Here come the boys. Y'all ready to go swimming, baby? Come on. Give it up. Get out of that water. I tried telling y'all, it's swim lessons, baby.
Thank you for choosing Swim Lessons, the podcast. My name is Dallas Hanson. Thank you for coming back for another episode because it is a good one. My guest today is Logan Nissley. Logan is a native of Bismarck, North Dakota, where she attended Century High School. And listen to these stats she put up while she was in high school. She was the North Dakota Player of the Year in 2021, 2022, and 2023. Her team won the state basketball tournament in 2021 for the Century Patriots. And she received her first offer to play college basketball in the 7th grade. 7th grade. She eventually signed on to play with the University of Nebraska Cornhuskers, where she was on the All Big Ten freshman team in 2024, along with a ton of other awards she has got for the Cornhuskers. She's a regular starter on the women's basketball team, and she's going into her junior year with the Cornhuskers, and greatness, I mean this, greatness awaits her. She's as genuine as they come, and I expect big things from not only her as a person, but her basketball career as well. And sometimes when you meet sports figures like Logan as well on our way to becoming, it's either good or bad. And what I mean by that is good as in they back up what they put on social media. Like they're very genuine, they're very upfront and personable, and they're just good human beings. And sometimes it's bad where they're not that. Well, I can honestly say Logan is, she's one of the good ones. And we filmed this at Century High School when she was putting on a camp for kids while she was back in North Dakota. And I just, I really appreciate someone as genuine as her and someone that's making a difference not only in people around her's life, but also for these future generation of basketball players that Century's putting together. So tip of the cap to Logan and all the Nisley family. Really appreciate them allowing me to come in and do the podcast. But before we get to Logan, we got to talk about our sponsors because they made today possible. First and foremost, PSP Network. It's in the game. They've been promoting local student athletes for a very long time. We're gearing up for football, volleyball season, and it's right around the corner, everybody. Where can you find all this coverage and all the schedules of events? Well, let me tell you, it's at their website at psp.network. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel where we put all of the games up there. That's at PSP Network. Subscribe for all the games, all the information. Nick Holberg and the rest of our talent team is really looking forward to a great 2025 and 2026. So make sure to check out PSP Network. Also, big shout out to the best place to eat in the heart of the Bach, and that's Williston, North Dakota, River's Edge Bar and Grill. They are known for offering the best happy hour in town, providing unbeatable deals in a lively atmosphere. Guests can also enjoy a variety of entertaining activities, including bingo, trivia, and the very popular Name That Tune. Come on down River's Edge for great drinks, great food, and great fun. And last but not least, Glosso Angus. They're a proud sponsor of Swim Lessons, the podcast. They're your premier source for registered Black Angus cattle since 1973. Glosso Angus cattle showcase dominance, durability, and docility, and they're built to thrive on the northern plains. Check them out today. That's Glosso, Glasoe, Angus.com. Appreciate the Nisley family again, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page, whether you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or you're watching on YouTube. Just know we appreciate you a lot, and really appreciate Logan Nissley, aka Lo, and I wish her the best of luck in the future. But here we go with Logan Nissley. What is up? It's good to see you. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to be here, and it's good to just kind of be back in Century.
Walking around here today when I first got here, you were wrapping up your 2-day camp, which I think is phenomenal. You were like the Caitlin Clark of North Dakota basketball. I mean, how does that feel? Is it weird?
It is. I don't think I really realized until I got back. I don't think I fully understand like the whole part of it, but just kind of being back. And then I've done my camp last year with K through 8, but then this year working with the high school girls, I just think like them listening to me and like looking to me for advice and that kind of thing. It's really cool. It's really special. I feel like I'm like a big part of that, which is just kind of like, it can be a big weight on my shoulders because I want to be like worthy of that role model, but it's been really special.
not only were you doing the camp, but like your parents were here, your brother was here, Coach Wellstead was here. I mean, to have these type of people that want to see you not only succeed, but to grow and to grow this camp, I mean, that's got to be a special feeling too.
It's unreal. I will always say, like, my support system is the best in the world, and I wouldn't trade it for the world because they've been with me through the good, through the bad, injuries, up and down. And that's obviously my family, but then everybody else around me and in the community too.
Let's talk a little bit about Garrett. We were talking a little bit before we got on air.
Yeah.
I love his game.
Yeah.
I think, Century winning the state last year with the boys team, really good team. They only lose Drew Kemple, who we were talking about, a very good guard.
Yep.
But Garrett can overtake games because he's a shooter. He's a very physical guy. But I mean, the game of basketball. What do you think of his game?
I just think he's very versatile,
Yeah.
and that's very dangerous. And so you can try and take him away in some aspects of the game. But the other part about that is he's so good at creating for others. And so when you have people on your team like Drew and Gibby and Braylon, Joey, all those guys on that team are all very creative and very capable basketball players. But the biggest thing with them was that they were willing to share the ball. And I think that's so important. And I think that's why they ended up winning the state championship game, is because, it was kind of a rock fight for a while. But then once they started sharing the ball, I mean, Drew kind of took over and he was great. But they were looking for each other and really like wanting each other to succeed, which I think was so important. And just, it was hard for me not to be there. But watching Garrett be able to succeed at that level, I think he had probably one of the best state tournaments I've ever seen. And so watching him thrive in that kind of environment was just really cool. And like, he can find his teammates, but he can also shoot the crap out of it. He can also finish at a really high level. We always call it 3-level scores. He can score in the mid-range. He can score at the basket. Phenomenal 3-point shooter. And so for him to be able to do all that and have that ability, but really like his IQ and his willingness to share the ball, I think is what stands out the most.
Garrett, you're going to have to clip that. Put it on your social
he's probably going to be like, you actually said that. But
well, you weren't always who you are today. So when you first walk into Century High School, there's all these banners of Logan Nissley, Player of the Year, Player of that. But take me back to an earlier time when you first pick up the basketball and what was life like? And when did you know, okay, this is a game I love.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do.
Well, both my parents played college sports. And so
Really? Where at?
My dad played football and basketball at Minot State. And then my mom golfed at Rocky.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
in Montana? Rocky.
Yep,
Oh, that's awesome.
Rocky Mountain College in Montana. Yeah.
Wow.
So sports have just been in our bloodline for a long time. And so I've always been very competitive, but we had this little mini hoop in our garage. And so I used to play like when I was like 3, and my brother was like just born and whatever. And so my parents would be out in the garage with me, and I'm just, chucking up shots, throwing it off the wall and whatever. I wasn't very good, but I just loved to play sports. I loved to be doing something. Everyone would be like, what's your favorite sport? I'm like, whatever I'm doing. And so then once I started to get 4 or 5 years old, I started to play at the YMCA. And just like with family friends, my dad would know people, my mom would know people. We got a team together. And I ended up playing 2 years older than me just because that was the people around. And I just remember like we would lose and I would run away. My parents would have to like force me to like shake hands. Like, this is what you do. Like, you have to be a good loser too.
Competitive.
Oh my gosh, it was so hard for me. And now it's crazy because like I pride myself on that. Like, I will forever be like, okay, if I lose, like I will congratulate the other team. I will be there for my teammates. Like, if I'm upset, I will show that like in my room when I get home. Like, it's not gonna, show out on the court. It's not gonna be whatever. I'm not gonna take it out on the locker room. But yeah, so when I was younger, I just started playing, and I remember being like 6 or 7 years old, playing a couple of grades above me, and I would write like my goals on a marker board, and I would tell my parents like, I will play college basketball.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it's so weird. And so then once I started getting older, those goals started getting more specific, and it was like, I want to play Division I basketball.
Whoa.
And then I got to middle school, and I was like, I want to play Power 5 basketball.
Okay.
And so it was just, it got more specific, and I just kind of knew. I didn't like volleyball when I was younger, just because it was like not as fast paced as basketball. Mm-hmm. Then I got to high school and I love volleyball and I miss volleyball, but I always knew basketball was kind of my thing.
What'd you play in volleyball?
I was an outside hitter.
Okay.
I would pass in the back row. I really wanted to be a setter, but Jamie wouldn't let me.
Oh, come on, Jamie.
I know. But
shout out Jamie.
Yeah, It was great. I mean, I won 2 state titles in volleyball too. So it was, yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah, it was great.
Work.
It was just kind of like my release. Like basketball was very stressful. I'm very perfectionist. Like I like things to be a certain way. There's a lot of pressure on my shoulders with basketball. Just like once I started to become a better player and my name started to get recognizable, like it was just, there was so much pressure on it. And so volleyball was kind of that escape for me. And it was my fun thing. I just loved it. And there wasn't as much pressure, just a little bit because Hentry's such a powerhouse in that. But yeah, it was just fun. And then my brother and I started to play each other in the backyard. And
How was that?
oh my gosh, we would get into so many fights and we wouldn't call fouls, but like it could have been a foul.
Yeah.
And then it would just get to shoving matches. And we have like a half court cement block in our backyard with a basketball hoop. So that was used very much when we were kids.
So when you get to high school, your sophomore year was pretty impressive. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, we had a very, very talented team. I mean, the people 2 years above me, it was kind of fun because those are the people I grew up playing with. And so like Julia Fitter, Megan Klein, Jocelyn Julesen, all of those guys, Ashton Kinnebrew, and then me and Berg were still the same age. And so we were both on that team too. And so it was just, I think we went undefeated that year. Like we
Didn't lose a game.
No, and it was like when one person maybe wouldn't have their best game, all the others would pick up the slack. And so we were very, we had good chemistry on the floor and just a very talented team. And yeah, we ended up winning it. And it was really fun. Very rewarding.
An undefeated season, Lo, that doesn't happen like ever.
No.
Ever. How was Coach Wellstead during that season?
Well, so Coach Metz was actually our
Coach
coach,
Metz.
yes.
Okay.
But then the next year when Wellstead got here, like he was very good about being like, okay, like we're undefeated, but like that doesn't roll over. We have to start over. We have to, kind of build ourselves again. But it was just, yeah, it was really cool. All those girls everyone loved it. We just loved each other and winning that was very rewarding.
Well, you talked a little bit about it at the top, but maturity. So your senior year,
Yeah.
It's kind of your guys' time. And I hate to bring this up to you, but tell us a little bit about your senior year.
Yeah. It was great. I mean, we had a good team. We had most people coming back from the year before, and we had a chip on our shoulder. We had lost in the state championship my junior year. And so we really wanted to get back to that game. We wanted to prove ourselves. People were like, well, maybe they're not actually that good, all of that. And so we played whatever. I actually got injured against Minot, and so it was kind of tough for me.
What'd you injure?
I hurt my ankle really bad.
Did you roll it?
Yeah.
That's the worst thing.
It's
the
it
worst.
had happened the year before too. And so
How bad?
I didn't get to play on my senior night, which was really, really sad. I missed like 4 or 5 games. And like, I don't like to talk about my pain tolerance, but I have like a pretty high one. And so I tried to play and Wellstead was like, no. Like,
was the ankle, there was no tape, no brace when you rolled it originally?
Tape and brace.
What?
Yeah, I've had bad ankles since I was little.
Oh, me too.
I had tape and brace all the time.
Yeah.
Yep. And so it was one that, so my junior year, it was in Minot, I heard it. My senior year, it was in Dickinson. And it kind of was one of those ones that rolled over the top. And so I was out for a while there. And so I came back right before WDA. And, I was not very, I wasn't in shape as well as I should have been for that area, but we had proved ourselves. I mean, we won WDA again. No, we didn't. We lost WDA.
Okay, but that's a tough tournament.
Yeah, we won my
junior
junior year. We lost my senior year to a very talented Minot team with Lily Bell, Maggie Fricky, all of those guys. And so then we get to stay. We're the number 2 seed from the West, and all the teams in the East are good. So we played a really good Davies team right out of the gate. Tough game, physical game, beat them. Played West Fargo Cheyenne, the second game, really tough game, ended up beating them. And then we played Fargo Shanley? No, Red River. We played Red River in the championship my senior year, and we ended up losing. But it was just like a very fulfilling year, I think, because people had doubted us. I think we kind of had a little bit of doubt on ourselves. We went through a bunch of ups and downs and whatever, but I think the season as a whole wasn't defined as that loss in the state championship. It was kind of our process throughout the whole thing. Yeah, it sucks losing, but it was very, rewarding for us to get back to that game.
What do you think of Lily Bell?
I think she's awesome. I mean, obviously, she's the leading scorer in North Dakota for a reason. Her game has progressed as she's gotten older, and she has all these opportunities ahead of her, and I'm excited to see where she goes.
The Maggie Fricky thing is interesting to me because talking about injuries, like with your ankle and stuff, but back-to-back years, she hurts her knee.
Yeah.
She is a absolute phenom. Like I love watching her play the game. But still, like UND takes a chance and they sign her, so she's going to get to play. But going in there, she's a good player as well.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, it's awesome to see how many great players we have coming out of North Dakota right now. Yeah,
Eagle staff. We were talking about
exactly. Yeah.
When did recruiting start in high school for you?
So I got my first Division I college offer when I was in 7th grade.
What?
Yeah.
What? From who?
Montana State was my first offer.
Montana State offered you as a 7th grader.
Yes, that was my first offer.
What did you say?
I was in shock. I was like in the car with my dad and like I had to put, okay, when I was in the recruiting process, I get really, really anxious really easily.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I fidget a lot. I get really anxious before my camp. I get really, really nervous.
Just anxiety?
Yeah.
How do you fight that?
I started talking to someone, which I think
that's a big thing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I never thought I would ever do it. Like when I was younger, I was like, no.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's such a stigma behind it. And I have no idea why.
Yeah.
And so I started talking to someone, just some like tools to help me combat my anxiousness. And so I've been able to kind of use that. And then just my support system. Like my family knows I get really anxious. And so they'll come up to me and they'll be like, hey, like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like my brother will come up. He's like, dude, there's really no reason that you should be nervous. Which doesn't always help me, but at least he knows and he tries.
Well, I think it goes hand in hand with being a perfectionist and want things to run smooth, and I want it to go smooth, and I want my name to be still good after I leave here. So I get where you're coming from.
I have this like box of things like I need things to go this way, and if they don't, then I just start to kind of get a little nervous.
It's tough.
But anyways, I would get really nervous, and so I'd like put the phone on mute and like look at my dad, like what should I say? What should I say? And so I got offered, and I just kind of like paused, and they were like, hello? I'm like, hi, thank you so much. Like, this means so much, whatever. I'm a 7th grader. Like, I don't know how to speak to people. I don't know how to whatever. And so then from there, it kind of took off. And I started playing at AU really like heavily in 7th and 8th grade and 9th, 10th, and 11th. And so from there, it just kind of snowballed and started taking off.
Yeah, I was going to ask if they saw you play AAU and they're like, okay, we got to make sure we lock her down.
Yeah.
What made the difference, though, between all these other colleges and Nebraska? Like, you want to go play for the Cornhuskers?
Yeah. Well, I told you, like, my detailed goal was to play Power 5 basketball.
Right.
And so I started talking to their coaches. And immediately we clicked. And Coach Tom isn't there anymore. He's actually traveling the world. He's one of the best humans you'll ever meet.
Traveling the world?
Yeah. Speaking the word of God.
Really?
Yeah, he's in Egypt right now.
What?
Yeah.
So he left the head coach job to go...
Assistant job.
Job?
Yeah.
That's still a big job.
Oh my gosh. And like...
What did he tell you guys?
Well, so I wasn't there yet, unfortunately. So it was... Because we talked all the time. And like, he knew everything that was going on in my life. He knew exactly what to say to me. He knew, like, he was just the best person ever. And my family loved him and everything. And so I was in Arizona on a family trip and I get a call from Tom, which was not out of the blue. So I'm answering. I'm like, hey, Tom. He's like, Lil, I got some bad news. I'm like, what? And so I'm like out to dinner with my family in Arizona and I'm bawling my eyes out.
No.
I was so sad. He was such a big reason as to why I went there. But just their assistants in general. I mean, like, we're all so close. And every recruit that comes on a visit to Nebraska, I'm like, you will never meet a coaching staff that cares more about you. And like, as a person, not just an athlete, you don't find that places, especially now as big as college basketball is, like, and as it's a business. And like, our coaches genuinely care about us as people first, students first, and then like about us as basketball players. And so that immediately set it apart. But then going down to Lincoln, like, Lincoln's beautiful and I just love the campus. I love that it's a college town. So I had my mindset, I was going to Arizona State.
Ooh, that was a great
Since
pick.
I was younger.
Tempe.
Yeah, my grandparents live in Arizona. So I wanted to go to Arizona State. And my parents are like, no, like, you're gonna, feel the process out, see where you're gonna go. Thank goodness, because I love it at Nebraska. And so we went down to a game. I'm on an unofficial visit, and we're at a game. They're playing Northwestern or something. I ended up winning in senior night, so we're leaving the gym and traveling back home, and we're walking out of the gym, and this older lady comes up to me. She's like, "Hi, like, how are you?" And I'm like, "Hi, like, how are you?" "I'm good. How are you?" She's like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Oh, like, I'm on a visit, like, I might play basketball here." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, we love you already." And so just then I'm like, I'm not even like committed here. And they're like, "You have to come here. We love it. We love it here. We love you girls. Like, you're such a big part of our community." And I'm like, wow. And she's like, Husker Nation is the best and you will never find another fan base like it. And so from then I'm kind of just like, oh my gosh. So I committed and whatever. And it was just amazing. I clicked with the girls when I went on my visit there and I loved it there. I knew some people there. I played with Ani Stewart and then I played against Callan Hake. And so I knew that they were there. And yeah, it was so cool. And when I committed, the coaches were so excited and just having that feeling of validation, like, okay, I made the right choice, which is scary because you don't always know what you're going to get. And like being in the recruiting process, coaches can be totally different on the phone than when you meet them in person. And so that was my parents' thing too, is like, you will go to this campus and like, you will shake the coaches, look them in the eye, talk to them, like feel them out as people. And it was really cool and it was really great. And like I saw when I was telling coaches no, like their true colors come out.
Ooh.
And so that was kind of really hard on me because I really didn't want to let anybody down. And so that whole like the no, declining, all of that stuff, that process was really hard. But it also made my choice of Nebraska feel very like I made the right choice. And I will stand on I made the right choice forever and ever.
Yeah, saying no was like one of the most powerful things in life.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, no matter which way you look at it.
Exactly. Yep.
Like for career opportunities, colleges, going to a party, trying to work on the game, whatever you like, no can either A, piss somebody off a lot or and it's beneficial for you and you got to make that choice.
Yeah. And it's really hard to make that choice.
What did some of the coaches do when you said no?
A lot of them made me feel really bad.
Like that was a bad choice.
Yeah.
Logan,
and just like
that.
we spent so much time recruiting you and you didn't pick us. And like we put so much effort and time into you and you're going to do that to us. And just like made me feel really guilty about
Guilt
it.
trips.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that.
And so that part of it, I think now and the way college basketball is going, like that is the worst thing you could do. That person could enter the portal.
Yeah.
Oops. That person could enter the portal and like, well, I don't like that coach anymore. There's no way I'm going there. So that part was really hard.
Burned
But
a bridge.
some coaches were great and they were like, I totally get it. Like if anything happens, like we're still here.
That's the way to handle it.
And so that like those coaches will forever, like I will be forever grateful for that.
That's the way you gotta handle
it made me feel like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're awesome. Thank you.
It's like some of them honestly took it personal.
Yeah.
Like it was a vendetta against them.
Yep.
Okay. So you get to Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
When's the first like practice, whatever shoot around where you're like, okay, this is a lot.
Yeah.
I got a lot to learn. And this is not only do you leave Bismarck and go to Lincoln, which is a huge town and you're a long ways away from your family.
Yeah.
But how was that whole transfer experience?
Oh my gosh. It was crazy. And like I graduated high school and I left the next week.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so just that whole difference is a lot. And not all the time does that happen. Sometimes some schools are different into when you leave for school and when you report. And so that was really hard. I'm a big family person. I love being with my family. And so going down there, I was just like, whoa, this is very brand new for me. And so the first week of skills and practices and stuff, it's just, I was like, oh my gosh, like the speed of the game is so much faster.
Was it a lot faster?
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. Yeah.
Like how? Like just passing, defense was tough?
Everything. And all the girls are just so athletic.
Yeah.
And like, just, they're so used to it. And so, I'm on the sidelines watching a drill and it's like their full speed is like, they can get down the court in like 2 dribbles. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like I really have to get used to that. I have to get comfortable with that. And so that was like the first thing I was like, whoa, I need to really like lock in and try. And like for me, I've always been like, I'm not the fastest person. I can't jump the highest, but my brain works really, really well. And so like I will watch film till the day I die. I will like study habits. I will watch plays. Like there's no way you will catch me forgetting a play. Like I want to try my hardest to remember every single spot of every play so that like I'm not the person who messes it up. And so like that was my superpower. My coaches were always telling me like, find what you're good at and like be good at it. Yeah. And so that's been my superpower is I'm really good at like, I know the game of basketball. My IQ works really well. My brain works really fast. And so like I might not be as fast as you, but like I know where you're going to go. And so like to use that to my advantage, especially on the defensive end, because like these people are so much faster than me and can jump so much higher than me. And so using that to my advantage has been the best thing that I've done. But that I got there and I was like, whoa. The other thing that when I got there was I had 2 broken feet.
What?
Yeah. My freshman year. I played my freshman year at Nebraska with 2 broken feet.
What happened?
2
broken feet?
Yeah. The ball of my foot was broken in both feet.
No more jump stops.
No. And so I'd had surgery going into my senior year of high school for the same thing.
So that's all cleared up now?
Now it is, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I mean, that had to help with the speed stuff, though.
Yeah.
You know, you probably felt like you're better.
I mean, this summer is the first time that I haven't had foot pain since my sophomore year of high school.
No way.
Yeah. So it's been great.
That's incredible.
But that was the other thing that I got there and I was like, whoa, like I have to, take care of my body. I was doing treatment every single day. And that's just not a thing here, like in high school or anything in the caliber of like treatment options at Nebraska. I was just like, I don't even know what to do. And so my trainers, my support staff at Nebraska was really great about everything. My teammates were great. I was really nervous. Like I would take a drill off because I couldn't walk and they were great. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like everyone's going to hate me. But it was great. And my freshman year I couldn't have asked for anything better.
So now you find yourself in this unique position where you've kind of established yourself and you've had, a handful of really good games and you're kind of a big part of the team. What does it feel like now to be at Nebraska?
It's crazy. It's still a dream come true.
Every day is a dream.
Every day is a dream. And like really trying to change my mindset going into each practice, everything. Like my roommate's a senior. And so like her talking about like, oh my gosh, this is my last summer lift ever. Is just like, oh my gosh. And so like I only have one summer left in Nebraska right now. And so that's like eye-opening, and taking that and looking at it with like that perspective is just crazy. And like we did a bunch of vision boards this summer, which was really fun as a team. And like my inspiration for this year, my dad and I used to talk about it all the time, is like, I get to play basketball today. Like this is I'm lucky to be able to do this.
What a great mindset.
Like it's changed a lot because like I've gone through, like this summer was my first time I've ever been able to play basketball in July at Nebraska because I've been hurt.
Right.
And so like just looking at it from that, my coaches have done a great job. I'm very like hard on myself and hard to please in that area. And so my coaches have done a great job of like trying to show me like it's okay to like give yourself grace. It's okay to mess up. It's okay, whatever. But really looking at it like I get to do this and I'm lucky to be here. And there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people who would give anything to be in my shoes. And so really looking at it like that has changed a lot for me. And like going into practices my freshman year and even last year being a sophomore, I was just kind of nervous to make a mistake. And now it's like, I feel like I have a job and a duty to like help my new teammates like get out of that mindset. And like I still struggle to be hard on myself, and I still like, struggle when I'm not having the best practices, but it's gotten better. And I feel like just my role has changed a lot throughout the past 2 years. I think now it's more of a leadership thing to where it's like I feel the most pressure like when I let my teammates down instead of like when I miss a shot. And sometimes those go hand in hand, but it's really like the perspective of it has changed for me.
What's a practice like at the University of Nebraska? Like break it down for me drill by drill, because I'm really interested in this.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because I just did a camp with the high school girls, and I kind of like told them like, this is what like a practice looks like.
They get all excited.
They
like,
were just kind of like, oh my gosh. Like, and then I took them through the drills and their hands are on their knees, and I'm like, do you guys need water? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, sorry. Like I totally forget, because the coaches are like, you don't need water, which they'll give us water, whatever. But so yeah, we warm up every single day. Same warm up, get our legs warm, our arms warm, bodies warm, which is great. I think now, like looking back on AAU, how I would play 6 games in a day with Skittles in between, like how in the world did I do that?
Through that?
And like now it's like, if I don't warm up before a practice or a game, like there's no way I won't like tear something running down the court. So we warm up, whatever, and then sometimes we'll start with like ball handling. Sometimes we'll start with like guards and post work, just some individual skill stuff. Then we'll come together. We'll do some like 2-on-2, like timing and passing, catching, that kind of stuff. We'll do some team drills. We'll go up and down a little bit, get warm. 3-on-2, 2-on-1, 3-man weave, 5-man weave, 3-on-2, all of that kind of stuff. And
so the fundamentals are still there.
1,000%.
At that level of college basketball, you still are hammering the fundamentals. That's huge.
Yes. Fundamentals are the most important thing in college basketball.
Yeah.
And so what's really nice, I should kind of go before we warm up, is like you'll catch 3/4 of my team in the gym before, and probably 3/4 in the gym after.
Really?
And probably 3/4 in the gym on our off days. And like
just getting shots up.
Working on everything, watching film, all of that stuff. And so then after, we go kind of those kind of drills, we'll do some like breakdown of like what like our philosophy is. So whether that's defense, whether that's offense, kind of like how we guard things, what we're looking for in these options out of hot or break, some of our plays and stuff. And then we'll play at the end.
What kind of offense? Because you were telling me when we were walking over here in the hallway, you guys are kind of switching up to more of a freelance motion. Is that right?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. What's the offense going to be like?
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's kind of hard.
You don't have to answer.
Well, no, it's okay. It's kind of hard because we've never really done it. And so we have a lot of moving parts just with like what we're going to do we have a lot of really athletic forwards. And so just kind of like utilizing that. And then obviously we have a bunch of guards, and having Britt coming back, Cal coming back is just really like, it's exciting for us because we have a lot of options. And when we dribble drive, like we have very capable shooters on the outside. And so we'll do some like high post stuff, handoffs, down screens, away from the ball screens, and then we'll do just like our regular plays, pass and cut, that kind of stuff. But not as much like pounded in the post as we used to, just because we lost Lex, and so that's not as big of a presence. Obviously, we still have very capable bigs, but their strengths aren't necessarily just back to the basket. Like they're very versatile. They can shoot it, they can dribble, all of that kind of stuff.
Are you defensively? Are you guys man, zone? What do you guys do defensively?
A lot of man. We'll kind of shake it up depending on the team. Our team is very scout driven, which is very good for me just with all my analytical stuff. But yeah, so depending on the team, our base stuff is man. And normally we'll switch 1 through 4 ball screens and stuff, and then hedge with our 5s.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
What's the team goal you guys have that you can share for the Lady Huskers?
So when we did our vision boards, we all kind of had a team goal. And a very common one was get back to that Big Ten championship game. Yeah. And then just some more like inside ones were like, be the best version of us on the court, off the court, have the best chemistry we can on the court, off the court, like grow to our full potential. But yeah, another like fun one, I think this was a couple of ours, was like, get back to the NCAA tournament. Like that, it's just so much fun.
Let's go.
20 plus wins again, like 3 years in a row. That would be great.
What was the Big Ten championship? Break it down for people listening. How awesome.
I think that is like one of my favorite basketball memories of my entire lifetime.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, it was. And like the Target Center completely sold out with 3/4 Hawkeye fans, which was something.
Yeah.
And just hearing like, we're in a timeout and all you can hear is, let's go Hawks, let's go Hawks. And so we're like, oh my gosh. And we came out of the gate on fire. Like we could not miss from 3. And like we were up by like 11 at halftime, I think. And it was just unreal. Like we were playing so great. Iowa was like, it's not that they were playing bad at all. Caitlin, I don't think, hit a 3-pointer in the first half, which we were like, great.
Right.
Yeah. The laws of averages are not on our side here.
Right.
But we came out and it was great. I mean, we came into the second half, we were still leading, and we went into overtime, and unfortunately we lost, but I will never get over it. It was just unbelievable.
So you had it.
Yeah.
But like you said, there's, and I know there's a lot more than just Caitlin Clark to girls basketball, but the crowd that you see on social media for those games, and now in the WNBA, like that's a lot of people.
I would never understand it.
It's a lot of people.
And like Nebraska is like very high in attendance. Like our women's sports were second in the country for the Big 4 sports.
I saw that volleyball game they did at Memorial Stadium where the football team played.
I was there.
How was that?
Oh my gosh.
That looked amazing.
Amazing. Some of the volleyball players are my best friends.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So like Bergen Riley, the setter. Yeah. She's one of my best friends.
Wow. Okay. Take me back though to the Big Ten championship. So it's halftime. You guys are up by 11. What's coach saying? And are you in the back of your mind like, okay, Caitlin is still lingering around here. We got to.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a very good head on our shoulders for that game. We had beat them before. I
didn't know that.
Yeah, we beat them at home. They were ranked. They were ranked number 2 in the country. We beat them at home. Stormed the court.
We talked about this, but I got to ask. So in the handshake line, how was the vibes there?
When we beat them at home, we didn't shake hands because our fans stormed the court, and so they escorted Iowa back to the locker room.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so the Big Ten championship game, we had a very good head on our shoulders. We were very focused. We had a very good game plan. We'd played them twice already, so like we knew what they were going to do. They knew what we were going to do. And just 2 very skilled basketball teams going at it in front of a lot of people, and like 1.1 million viewers on TV.
Yeah.
So like just, oh my gosh, unbelievable. My family's in front row, and like I have chills just thinking about it, going back to that moment, and just like whatever. And end of regulation, we had the ball at 12 seconds and running play. They get a tip on it, but ball comes to me, and I like have an off balance shot to like win the game and not go to overtime, and I missed. And so
where was the shot from?
Just from like the baseline. Yeah.
Like
just like a runner.
Three?
Like,
like a runner.
Yeah. Just, it wasn't like, it was mid range and whatever, and the ball had been tipped. So it's not like it was like a great look, but still in the back of my mind, I'm like, if I would have made that, we would have won.
Is it when moments like that happen, was it kind of like slow motion for you?
Yes.
Like
1000%.
Big Ten championship.
Yes. It's like the world stopped.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it rolls out and it's like, no, but you still have OT.
Yeah. And then it was like,
that's
okay.
awesome.
And like the 3-pointer that I'd shot right before that, I airballed it.
No.
Can you imagine airballing in front of like a lot of people?
The fans giving you a little
my gosh. Are you kidding me? So I went back to the like the huddle or whatever after when we were about to go into overtime. I'm like, I'm never shooting again. And my coach like snapped her head around. She's like, don't ever say that again. You're the best shooter I know. And I was like,
all right, let's go. I'm shooting.
And I made the next 2 in overtime. And it was just like crazy shots. Like watching back, I'm like, why would I shoot that? Like I was off balance. I was like, I wasn't even thinking, which like I couldn't even hear myself think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like being in that arena, like you could not hear yourself think. There was no time for thinking, but like it was unreal. Yeah.
What was the locker room like after?
Really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really, really tried not to cry. I was like, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. And it's not because we were crying because like, oh, he lost. Like it was just so like gut wrenching. We put everything into that game, and like we could have won that game. We should have won that game. And like just being in that locker room, like the feeling of defeat after that was just like,
yeah.
Like it was like we just got punched in the gut. And yeah, everybody was crying and everything. And oh my gosh, it was really tough. But if you think about it, we had played 4 games in a row. We played Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
What?
Yeah.
There was no day off in between.
Mm-mm.
It'd be nice if they did like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, championship Monday.
Yep.
Man, 4 days in a row. That's
and like we didn't get the double bye.
Right.
Yeah. So we played Purdue, and then which was tough game for us, and it was probably a good thing we didn't get the double bye. We played very slow, very robotic, whatever. So we played Purdue. Then we played Michigan State, who was really, really good. And we played really good and beat them. So that was really fun. And then Maryland ended up upsetting Ohio State, the number 1 seed. And so then we played Maryland in the semis to get back to the Big Ten championship for like the first time since 2014 or something.
That's a draining.
Yeah.
I'm just listening. That's draining.
Oh my gosh. And like we were so excited. And then the game was at 2 on Sunday. So like we played at like 7 p.m. on Saturday night.
Wow.
Yeah. So then we had to do film and everything. Our shoot around was at like 6:30. Oh my gosh. I could not move. And then for the game, it was like adrenaline took over, and it was unreal.
I bet you guys were all sore the next week.
We took like Monday,
Ice
Tuesday,
baths.
Wednesday off of practice, and then because then the NCAA tournament was the next weekend.
Right.
Like Selection Sunday was like a week from Big Ten Championship Day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What's Selection Sunday like when you get your team together and there's so much excitement?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you just lost, but hey, there's still a shot here. Like, explain Selection Sunday a little bit.
Well, it was just really cool because we had proven ourselves and given ourselves an opportunity, because like earlier in the season, it was up and down, up and down, up and down. We lost to people we shouldn't have lost. We beat people we probably shouldn't have beat. And so like we were kind of on the edges of like, are we going to make it? Are we going to like whatever, going to play in? And then Big Ten tournament really like set us in stone. Like we're going to make it. So it was really fun. We got all of our fans together and kind of watched it on the big screen on the TV, and seeing our name as a 6 my freshman year was like,
yeah,
no way.
Big time.
And even like last year, like we were a 10, but it was like awesome, like so exciting, and just like a dream come true.
What did you think of the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark stuff?
It's just like, it's really interesting because I really don't think like there should be like, why?
Stuff, yeah.
I really don't like, and I think it's more of an outside thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think people are forcing it so much, and like you really like, obviously Caitlin and Angel are media trained, but like it's a lot of outside forces like making the hate up. So I don't know. I don't like to like dive into all that stuff because it gets too political and all of this stuff about, oh, well, she's not as good or all that. Like it just takes away from basketball. I don't get it.
The main thing. But some people want that to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's their whole point.
There's like a new thing that ever since kind of, I will say like your sophomore year of college, girls basketball is becoming up and up and up, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel as an athlete to know, okay, not only am I building a name for myself, but just like the girls you just had in the gym, they are going to get opportunities that you probably didn't have because of things you did. How does that make you feel?
Exciting.
Yeah.
I will forever be grateful for whatever I had and all the things that I had growing up. But seeing how women's college basketball has taken off is incredible. And like, obviously the men are way more athletic and can dunk it and can whatever, slam a jam on your head, whatever. But like, I just think females are so much more skilled because we can't dunk it on you. We can't get down and back in 5 seconds. Some people can, and it's really impressive. But like, I just think there's so much more skill to it. Yeah. And it's like, actually you have to sit down and play basketball. And so I think people are recognizing that and really like pouring energy into that. Like that makes us want to keep doing it. And like when there's only 10 fans at a game, like it's really hard to have energy for that game. But when you're playing in front of 15,000 people day in and day out, like you're doing it for those little girls that are there watching you. So it's really cool to see that. And like being in that gym with the Century girls today, I was like, I would have loved to play with them. Like I would have loved to be on that team because they were so energetic. They loved each other. They like genuinely wanted to be in the gym working. And like that's all that you can ask for. 1,000%.
Like this is kind of a refill the cup trip for you, if you will.
Yes.
Like you're probably going to leave here just like, okay, I remember why I'm doing this.
Yes. Which is like when I go through like a season of college basketball, it gets really long. It gets grueling, all of that. And so remembering the why of like, why am I doing this? I'm not doing this so I get my college degree. I'm not doing this to get paid. Sure, those are bonuses, but like I'm doing this because 4-year-old me would be like in awe of where I'm at now. Yeah. Like she'd be like, oh my gosh, we did it. I got to play college basketball. I got to play Power 5 college basketball. I got to play in a Big Ten tournament championship. I got to play in 2 NCAA tournaments in my first 2 years. Like just all of the things that I've like done when my first years of college, like I could have never dreamed of it. I'm just glad I'm here. And so like watching those guys and like hearing their aspirations of like, so like when did you start talking to colleges? Because I got schools, whatever. I'm just like, this is awesome. I'm just like excited for them. And like, I want them to have all the opportunities and more.
Wow. That was a great, and Lo, it's nice to meet you, and because I see all the stuff on Twitter and like, North Dakota Zone is doing this, but to finally meet you and realize how genuine you are. Yeah. And how much like this stiff stuff, because you'll meet people, athletes all the time, where they, on social media, they're genuine and on the court, and then they're not. And it's kind of like, okay, this sucks. I had a good way to look, but now to meet you, you back up everything you preach. And that's very inspiring to see.
Thank you.
Okay, tell us, what's the future look like for you?
I'm really excited. Yeah. Got 2 years left. There's a potential of a 5th year, but that's always up in the air, and you don't want to base your, years off of that. So I'm really excited. We got a new team-ish this year. So I'm trying to find my role. I just got cleared to play like 2-3 weeks ago. I have a partially torn Achilles. So,
oh boy. Yeah.
So that's going to be kind of interesting, but I'm really excited because now that I feel like I'm like getting comfortable in where I'm at, and like I've kind of, gone through the ups and downs of what the first years of college basketball are. And now I know what to expect. So now I know how to handle things, and I know how to get through the grueling weeks and the hard weeks. And so I'm really just trying to like leave my mark on Nebraska. Like the first few years I'm settling in, whatever, but like now it's like, okay, I want to be more involved in the community. I want to like make an impact on the court, whether that's defensively, offensively, like just finding the role that like my coaches and my teammates need the most out of me, and like pouring everything I got into that and not leaving everything. Like I would regret it 1,000% if I didn't leave everything I had on the court.
I think you're a great player, but I think after your playing career is over, whenever that is, like if you go to the WNBA, whatever happens, you got to become a coach. You got to become a coach. You probably even thought about that, but what's today? August 12th, 2025, maybe in 2035 or whatever, we look back at this and you're the heck, because you like just the way you hold yourself and how much you know about the game. Man, I'm just putting it out there.
Okay. I'll
look how
see
Coach
what you
Wells
got.
did. She's coming back.
Yeah. Well, I've learned it from great coaches. Yeah. And having my parents as coaches has helped a lot too.
Yeah. What do you think of Coach Wellstead's daughter?
Oh my gosh.
She's
She's
getting a lot
super
of
fun to
offers.
watch.
Yeah.
Super fun to watch. My mom and I actually were just talking about it. She helped me coach camp yesterday.
She helped you coach camp?
Yeah. And she has just bloomed.
Yeah.
And like watching her grow up has been so cool because like she used to kind of be shy and, you know, whatever, not talk as much just because we were older and bigger and whatever. And now she'll come up to me and she'll be like, hey, you know, whatever. And I kind of told her yesterday, like, I'm kind of nervous for the high school girls. Like, I just get nervous. And sometimes high school girls can be judgy and whatever. And she's like, Logan, seriously, don't be worried at all. Like, if you need any help, just let me know. Well, like, I'm going to push everybody. Like, we're all going to work hard for you. Like, don't be worried about it. Wow. And so I'm just like, oh my gosh. And like, to see how well she worked with those kids yesterday, she was working with like the kindergarten and first graders with my mom. And she held their attention the whole time, which was very impressive. And just like the way she talks about basketball and how she handles herself with all of it, I'm very impressed. And then on the other side of that, her basketball game, like her IQ is through the roof. Her ability to pass her teammates open is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Well, to be a freshman in high school and like NDSU was offering and stuff, like that's big.
Totally. And like she like carries herself just like everybody expects her. Like what you see is what you get.
That's I mean, I really like Coach Nate Wellstead, the head coach, obviously. So then I seen on Twitter she's getting all these offers. I'm like, I don't even really remember her playing, but it's just coming out of nowhere, which is awesome.
Well, and they had such a great season of AAU, the EYCL stuff. Yeah, so they've put themselves in a really great spot.
Well, listen, everybody on Swim Lessons gets asked a question. And this is a podcast about overcoming tough times. We talked a little bit about some things that you've overcome, being anxious and stuff like that. But leave us with something where somebody who's listening or watching this, they can apply to their life that maybe you've used.
Wow. That's a really like great question. I think just throughout basketball, my parents and I used to talk about this all the time. Like, it's not a matter of like if you get hurt or if you go through a tough time or if something gets thrown your way. It's a matter of when. It's just how it is with sports. And so like, it's not what happens to you, it's how you handle it that I think sets you up for life. And so like whatever gets thrown at you, whatever happens to you, obviously some things just aren't fair. Like when I was younger, I didn't see myself going through 2 foot surgeries and a torn Achilles. Like that was just not a part of my plan. But there's a bigger plan and there's a better plan. And so just whatever happens to you, like have a support system around you. It's not a bad thing to need to talk to somebody. It's not a bad thing to need help, all of that. And so just like using your resources and utilizing the people that want to help you. They all are there for you. They're not just there for show. You have a good support system. Like I would 1000% use it and just pour into them because they're pouring into you and you'll overcome anything. I really do think that. And like, if you have a good mindset, obviously tough days, like everyone has tough days. And so you're not always going to have the best mindset, but just like, if you can attack every day with like, I get to do this, or like, I'm so lucky to be here. Like all of those tough days, like my teammates have gone through ACL injuries. Allison Weidner, one of my teammates, is on her 3rd ACL and she has a great mindset. She's like, I'm coming back. Like I'm doing this for you guys. So finding something that inspires you to come back or inspires you to get through a tough time, like I really do think like that motivates you and you can get through anything.
Beautifully said. Give us a quick plug for your social media so people can follow along.
Okay, so my Instagram, like my handles.
Yeah, wherever. Okay. Yeah, Instagram, whatever.
So my Instagram I think is like Logan.Nissley, all that kind of stuff. TikTok, same thing. Twitter I think is like Logan Nissley 23 or something like that. I made that when I was younger. So yeah, who knows? At least it's not some like. One of my teammates back home is like Lollipop 17 or Jolly Jess or something
Jolly
like that.
Jess.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, that's probably better.
I forgot one thing to ask you. How fun are Nebraska football games?
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
I've heard they're
amazing.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
The night games, you need to be at a night game. The fireworks show and the lights off and the stadium lights and everything. Unbelievable. And then the volleyball game in the football stadium.
That's one I want to go. That was the
best. Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of Bustin' with the Boys. It's this podcast, and Will Compton, he's like a hero of mine. And he's always pro Nebraska, like almost to an annoying standard, but I still love the guy. Yeah. So he's always talking about Matt Rule being a great guy, and he shows these videos of like the tailgate and the stadium, and I'm like, dude, that looks
unbelievable. That's the best part about Lincoln is like the fans have nothing better to do.
Go big.
Exactly.
Red.
Like we are college athletes, like we are their pride and joy. And like it shows.
Do you ever
They're
see Matt
amazing.
rule around?
Yeah.
What's he like?
He's so cool. I had a sweatshirt on one time, like with Herbie the Husker, like twirling a basketball on his finger, and he like stopped me in my tracks, and he's like, "Dude, I need that sweatshirt." I'm like, "Dude, you're Matt Rule," and he just like talks and whatever, and it's really nice because for us we have like an athletic training table, and so like that's like our dining hall for athletes, so we're all mingling with each other all the time.
Wow.
So we see all sports and everything, and so coaches come in there, and so I'll just talk to them, and yeah, John Cook when he was there.
Really?
He would lift in our weight room.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they all know who we are.
Yeah.
And they ask about our sports. And they're like, "Hey, we watched your game against Iowa. Like, congrats." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, thanks. Thanks. That's so cool."
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
Thank you for the time. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
going to be, there's a lot of young people that listen to this, and they're going to take a lot from this.
Well, thank
and it's
you.
going to be good for their life.
Yeah. No, I appreciate this. Is awesome. I've
Yeah.
watched a bunch of your podcasts, and it's just so great. I think everybody learns stuff and can take stuff and use it in their own life.
I'm going to have to come down to a game.
Yes, you will. I will
Yeah.
get you tickets.
All
Anyone
right.
listening, text me, DM me. I'll
Let's
get you
go.
tickets.
Let's go. All
There
right.
we go.
Thanks, Lo. Appreciate
Perfect. Thank you.
it. See you, everybody.